Nice curve here. We can keep this. Go slow land into Beast Caller. Cult Conscript, okay. Yep, plan remains the same. Start here. No one drop, but that's alright. Rest of the curve's looking pretty good. Monoblack into Underdog. Alright, opponent waxes for 2. Play our untapped land. Drop a Beast Caller. See if we can get this guy big enough to slow down the opponent. Alright, it's not a turn 3 Liliana at least. But they do have removal. Okay. Take 5 more. More lands. Go Tracker this turn. I mean, we're going to drop Shouldered next turn. Keep Braids around for the long haul. I think that's fine. Let's go Tracker this turn with the assumption that some later turn we will play Braids and be able to sack the artifact token. Let's see if they attack all or just the Underdog. They have a Trespasser. Okay. Strip a creature from the graveyard. Yep, they're doing things on the play. Could probably just take out the Conscript this turn. Take 5. I think that's fine. Alright, play out another land here. And we'll see if they have the answer to Shouldered immediately or not. We attack with our Vigilance creature. It's a little gutsy. If they have removal, then it'll feel pretty bad. But if they don't, it does start turning the corner on them. Okay, they take the trade. It's not terrible. We'll see if they have Infernal Grasp ready to go. Looks like not, otherwise they would have done an upkeep stop there. Just a sleeper. Alright, not bad. I think we take the Underdog here. Well, this is a non-skeleton, which is kind of interesting. We take 1 more point of damage. I think that's okay. Then they can't play out the Conscript, which is maybe what they want to do to keep going wide. So let's do it like this. Take 3. Down to 4. Draw up. Gain Crucial Life. I don't think they have any enchantments we want to take here. Just play you out as land. 5 mana total. Could go Braids, double Sleeper, stack an Artifact. I think that's totally fine here. Actually, we don't have enough black mana for all that. Still, it's not bad. Ooh, there is Stick here. Oh, they just want to level up the Sleeper? Okay. Alright, so we might trade Braids off this turn. Drop you. Alright, no attacks. Keep playing defense. Drop up an artifact. We get that draw. We get the trigger. We go up in life. Yep, it all matters. Next turn could go Beast Caller plus Sleeper maybe. When it drops to 15. They have their own Shouldered. Okay. So now it's a question of who draws removal first. And we do. Yep, resolve. That's fine. That's not quite what I intended to do. But we're still not on the aggressive anyway. So I think this is all fine not to attack. I think we go Infernal Grasp on the Shouldered. And go Beast Caller plus Sleeper. We could sack a land here. Pretty happy to do that, actually. Don't think we need more land. Sure, let's drop off a Besiju. Do you want to drop a land too? They probably will. Okay. We could drop off a creature, but I'm pretty happy just having a defense mounted. Alright, back up Shouldered. We now need to draw... Yep. Okay. Well, we kind of wish we had the extra land now, but that's okay. We just dropped the Oddity. We can drop off one of these Sleepers, potentially. Yep. Drop the Oddity. Don't think we have lethal here. Just to check real quick, if they went block, 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 we get in for 6. Yeah, no lethal, no attacks here. We could drop off another land, which is kind of interesting. I think they would too, though. I think we drop off a Sleeper. Let's see if they want to drop a creature or give us a card. They give us a card, okay. We can run the tracker into the next Braids trigger. It's going to feel good. Interesting stalemate here. Okay, level up the Sleeper. Level up the Sleeper, draw a card, lose a life. Yeah, the Shouldered's going crazy. More lands okay. Still going no attacks here. Drop a tracker. Get the token. Drop you. Probably next turn start getting it with the Beast Caller. Alright. Drop you off. When it goes down to 8. Resolve. Braid's totally showing her value here. Another land by the opponent. Alright, they continue to draw. We might have lethal on the crack back here. Alright, they have removal on Shouldered finally. They drop down to 5. Okay. And that might be game. Let's see if they have cut down. Infernal Grasp on the Shouldered. Lose 2 life. Okay. Down to 4, but I think we probably got them here, right? They have 1 mana open, so they can cut down 1 target, but I think we should get there anyway. Doesn't really matter how we do it. Let's just take out Shouldered. Scoop. Braids. Totally valuable there. Especially with the tracker. Combo was very nice. Yeah, this is okay. Opponent is on the play. We have tons of removal. We're hoping they're a creature-focused deck. Start with our slow land. Okay, they mull to 6. And they go tap land into Bant. Alright, well, we don't get the conscript on 1, sadly, but that's okay. Alright, tap land on 2. Well, I think we get the Beast Caller going early. Bant. Yeah, that's fine. If it was another color pairing, I might drop the Underdog with the expectation that they remove it with a cut down immediately, and then we can potentially get the value back later, but on Bant, I think we just start with the Beast Caller. Anointed Peacekeeper. Okay. Bant. Humans? Could be Joda. Could be Joda humans. 5-color humans. Yep. Infernal Grasp. Ah, damn. We draw the next one. So it's definitely an Underdog turn. And the question is, do we trade with the Beast Caller just so we can untap both of these Infernal Grasp? It's not terrible. If we wait 1 more turn, it's just big enough to get through. But having both Infernal Grasp unlocked is fairly valuable. Yeah, let's give it a go here. See if they want to trade. They might not. We're happy if they don't as well. Alright, they go down to 17. 2 cards in hand are significantly more expensive, which does not feel good. Play another tap land in their Bant's deck. Do nothing. Thrawn Portal comes in untapped. Yep, we play you on black. That's our bottleneck currently. Could drop the tracker. That's probably what we have to do here. So let's try it. See if they have a counterspell for us. It'd be a little weird to hold counterspells in their Anointed Peacekeeper deck, but it is possible. It sticks at least. We get the token. Okay, they let that resolve. They're definitely thinking, though. We'll go ahead and attack all here. Let's see what they have. They're clearly thinking about something. Okay, destroy evil. We get the counters on someone. I guess we'd prefer they take out the Underdog here. If they had to spend removal on something else. I think that's fine. We can just do it like that. The Vigilance is not bad either, though. I think we can just put it here. Nah, maybe we'll do it like this. 1-on-1's fine. Then the 5-4 can get through the Peacekeeper. Okay, they dropped to 13. Pretty low. Another land and we start Infernal Grasping things. They know we have all the cutting down, so they don't really want to play anything too small. Might see a Magpie in this deck. Brutal Cathar equivalent. It's legendary. Do nothing. Alright, so this is an Emperor turn. We might as well Infernal Grasp the Peacekeeper now, I suppose. That's fine. Auto pay. Now, the good news is the Emperor cannot take the tracker. Stick is interesting. They're not thinking about Emperor. Emperor can't save the Peacekeeper. It's possible they don't have the Emperor. We do not have to attack with the Underdog. It could just be more Destroy Evil. We can for sure get in with the tracker. They're going to feel really bad. We could probably just go tracker this turn. It's reading a little bit too much into their deck, but I don't hate it. Spectral Adversary instead. All right, no Emperor. So we got outplayed there. They do get a phase out, though. Okay, not the end of the world. A calculated risk, which we calculated wrong, but still not terrible. We have plenty of removal in hand. And cut down is super cheap to take out the adversary, so we're going to have a good attack this turn. Do nothing. Well, let's start with the cut down. See what they want to respond with. Now they play the Emperor. Okay. I guess they want to put a +1 counter on it, so we'll let them do that first. Or at least attempt to do that first.
Run away. You'll be safer.
They know we have the next cut down, though, so it's a little strange if they do that. They try it anyway. Yeah, we'll just burn one of our cut downs. Okay, that's not bad at all for us. Well, we can either draw or drop the conscript. I think we'll drop you. And we can send you face. We can send you to the Emperor. So it turns out we actually didn't misread the situation. They just had a way to play around it. So, not that bad. Well, they're going to need to see a sweeper here. Otherwise, we're putting on a ton of pressure. Plus, we have another Infernal Grasp in the bank for any future creatures. Even if it's a Peacekeeper, they can't tax us enough that we can't play it this coming turn. Another Emperor on their turn. They want to exile the underdog now. We almost have lethal, but not quite. So it's just going to be a tracker plus a sleeper turn, which is fine. Auto pay, it's fine. Alright, you take out the Emperor. You go face. When it drops to 5, we see a sweeper here. It'll be pretty bad. We can drop a little bit, but that'll be a big tempo loss for us. Won't be temporary lockdown. Scoop. Nicely done. Yeah, this is still keepable. At least go sleeper eventually into Trespasser. Mono blue Delver. Okay. Cut downs. Pretty good. Probably do that right now. Play around any kind of protection effects. Don't want to let that guy get too big. Second blue, do nothing. Okay. Well, play the sleeper out here. And here. Fading Hope you. Okay. Consider you bounced. No big deal. Rather see that here than protecting one of their creatures from one of our removal spells. Third land. Jin comes down. Unprotected. And we have the Infernal Grasp as well. Well, let's start here. That's pretty sweet. Wonder if they have backup ready to go. Drop the sleeper. Fourth land. Shredder comes down. Okay, they're running out of cards, though. Well, I don't think we need to use all our mana and try to bash through this thing. I think we just drop the Trespasser instead. Doesn't play around counter magic that well. If it sticks, it's pretty good. There's Shredder, though. They might not run that many counter spells. Let's try it. Sticks. We'll take the Fading Hope. No attacks here. So because they're playing the Shredder, they aren't the full Jin into Tolarian Terror counterspell deck. They actually are a hybrid between Delver, Shredder, and the other cards. So they might not run any counterspells. All their non-creature spells might just be protection. Make the Spear. Alright, there's a counter in there. Now they have a 2/4. It's too big for cut down at this point. Probably just drop one sleeper, level up the other. Or level up the other twice isn't bad either. If we attack with the Trespass, we get to trade with the Delver. Which is kind of interesting. We can also just cut down the Delver, though. Let's do that instead. Let's go sleeper. Cut. Ooh. I don't want to do that on their turn so we don't double spell. It's tough to say. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see if they flip here or not. Might cut down on their turn. They don't flip? Okay. I'm going to drop another Shredder. Might prioritize that over Delver. Okay, they double spell here. They trigger the first Shredder. Let's attempt to take out this Shredder there. Okay. No stick at all. Now, if they do attack here, we can get in for a good chunk of damage. Also, Shoulder does hard counter. Connive. So if we can hit land and drop the Shoulder, we'll be in a really good spot as well. Yeah, drawing is not good against Shoulder. We'll see if they attack here or not, though. They do not. All right. Well, level up one of you guys. Land into Shouldered would be amazing. Don't get there. We do get cut down. Well, cut down's fine. Let's attempt it on the Delver here. There is stick now. So we could see a Fading Hope or some kind of protection spell. They might not use it though. They might want to save it for the Shredder. Slip out the back there. Okay, that's fine. Well, you're not blocking this turn. Let's turn you into a 3-3 so that you can get in there. And we can get in with both these guys safely. We'll continue to take instants and sorceries out of the graveyard. Take their free block there. Drop down to 17. All right, first damage of the game. Let's see if they flip here. Okay, they do. We'd love to hit land for Shouldered. It'd be a relatively large issue for them in the race. They attack with both. Okay, turn the corner. Down to 12. Tolarian Terror. We hit the land. It's a little late. But it will do something against the Connive at least. I think that's how it's got to be. Can't really get through the 5-5. Probably chump block one of the sleepers against it. No attacks here. When it drops to 15. Attack all. I think we chump here. We almost have lethal, but we know they have shore up on the way back. So I think we have to take one chump here. I don't think we want to trade Shouldered, given they have shore up ready to go. I think we just do it like this, take 6. If they had nothing, we could go no blocks, attack, and on their draw step, they draw and trigger Shoulder, and I think lose. We power up the sleeper as well. Okay. They untap you now just to get a little more damage in. We drop down to 5. They have 1 blocker. They double spell, trigger Connive, draw off the Shouldered. Down to 13, but they have got some pretty good blockers here, and we are bottlenecked on green. That's probably about it. We have no flying blockers. We can attack with the Trespasser to gain 1 life. Don't think any draw would help us here. So I think that's pretty much game. You're going to hit us for 7, so we have to attack with you to get 1 creature out of here. And take the Shredder, gain 1 life. Up to 8, but they probably got us here. Yep. Swing back, have to chump block twice more. Opponent goes down to 10. We're gonna have to double block the. We're gonna have to block the terrors this turn. Attack all. They need anything to pump up the Shredder, and they do win. I think we're looking for magical lethal on the way back. I don't think we bother to sack Shouldered here. 2 damage. We drop to 1. No counters on the Beast Caller. And they drop a Djinn. Yeah, we weren't going to get out of this game anyway, but that's okay. Tap land's not perfect, but we can definitely keep this. And we're on the draw against Gruul. Ooh, hit that sexy 1-drop. Evolve Sleeper comes down. Okay, Mountain. Beast Caller. All right. We are going to want removal ASAP. We're happy to trade here, actually. So we'll attack first with the Sleeper, and they probably will not block. Yep. Take 1, drop the Underdog. We would love to pick off the Beast Caller as soon as possible before it starts getting counters. Otherwise, we're going to have some issues. We're going to need those Infernal Grasps ASAP. Pack Leader triggers the Beast Caller. Okay, it's a 3-3 now. Shivon Devastator for 1. It's a 4-4 now. All right. It's getting in there. No blocks here. Down to 15. Oddity. Can we race them back, actually? I think it's possible we can race them back here. Let's try an attack. I don't think they'll block the pack leader to the sleeper. And if they do, that's quite honestly fine. Okay, they take it all. You drop to 15. I think racing back is our best strategy here. I do not think we're going to make it if we try to block. We do have the hasty oddity. We want to get to a position where we can drop the hasty oddity, attack, and then they're a little more cautious, and then somehow we sneak out the win. Alright, that's pretty slow. He does block okay against the sleeper. They want to get in for 6. Drops us down to 9. They only have 1 mana here. We're going to have some good attacks this turn. We want to leave the sleeper back next turn. I think we take it all this turn. Down to 9. Do nothing. More land. Okay. We want to drop the oddity. We want to get in like this. Leave the sleeper back for the beast caller. Okay, they take 1 trade there. That's interesting. Drops down to 8. This can come back as a hasty threat, though, so let's see how they attack this turn. We're definitely going to trade off the sleeper with the beast caller this turn, unless we think we have lethal somehow. But another speaker. Beast caller goes up to 6. They tap you for mana, maybe? For a lightning strike, perhaps? Alright. Ooh, they power up the crucible. Okay. So that is lethal, so we have to block. And we're happy to. Take 4. Down to 5. Okay. I think we just have lethal here. Right, we attack. They block you. And 8. Yep, I think we get there, right? Yep, I think so. Attack all. Very close game. Take the creature. Opponent drops to 7. I think no matter which way we block, we get in that last. We get 7 points of damage in. Block there. Trample over for 1. Whew. Close game. Nice. Yep, we can keep this. It's going to be a Thrawn Portal game. Sucks, but gotta play you on black. Until we get the Pain Lands for Golgari. That's how it's gotta be. Okay, tap land by the opponent. We hit more black. That's pretty nice. Can safely play you out this turn. Alright, let's level you up once. Get it for some damage. When it drops to 19. Hold cut down for a turn 3 play against Azorius. Adeline, that is not... I guess it actually is a cut down target. That's pretty sweet. Opponent playing tap lands in their aggro deck. Presumably aggro, we don't really know what they are. Alright, Tracker or Trespasser. Pretty similar effects. We don't know if they need anything in the graveyard or not. We can play the Trespasser here, I think. Autopay. If we had Braids in hand, I would definitely drop the Tracker to get that combo going, but I think 1 Trespasser is totally fine here. 4th land. Do nothing. Flip to Nightside. They get ready for their Wandering Emperor turn. Nothing we can really do about that. Oddity is a pretty good follow-up to the Emperor, so this turn maybe we go Sleeper plus Tracker. Alright. We don't need to do that on our own graveyard. It's not a creature card anyway. Yep, here comes the Emperor. Let's see if they target the Glutton or not. We're fine if they do.
I'm not overconfident. You're just underwhelmed.
Okay, they target the Sleeper. That's fine. Take 4 here. Alright.
You are not much of a roadblock.
And we can go Sleeper plus the Tracker this turn, I think is fine. And then we'll have Oddity next turn to trample through any blockers they have. Teferi who slows the sunset. Interesting. Do they plus or minus?
It's just as delightful as speeding things up.
They plus.
I've got some time tinkering.
And they plus again.
We've got
Well, it's definitely an Oddity turn. For 2 mana, the question is who do we send where? I think we just want to prioritize picking off the Planeswalkers. I don't think we need to go face, really, at all. No stick there at all. I don't even know if they have anything, actually. So if that's the case... I think we can actually go like this. Submit 0. Yeah, I wouldn't have done it like that, except they had 0 stick at all. So I knew they had no instance. Otherwise, I would have tried to guarantee that we pick off the Planeswalkers. Sanctuary Warden, that's a card. Swamp. Well, one option is just completely to ignore what they're doing and just continue to bash through them. I'm pretty okay with that option. Drop the oddity. Attack all. They take out what? One of these oddities. It's a lot of damage to take. Let's do it. Get in there. Sure, we'll take the Emperor here. No creatures in our own graveyard, otherwise I would do that. Okay, they pick off one oddity. Level up the Cleric, autopay. And that's it. Not sure why they didn't jump block. Okay. Okay. Not bad at all. Would prefer to have more black mana for Shouldered, but make it work. Up against red Epicure. Alright. Rakdos, most likely. More black, right on time. No 1-drops for us, but that's okay. Second red, no black. Firebrand, okay. Potentially red aggro with the Epicure. Don't need to show him the green yet. We'll drop another Swamp here. Drop an Underdog. And we are on the draw. We are on the defensive, so we will try to take trades where we can. Stormseeker, alright. Opponent is off to that aggressive start. Put it on the Firebrand. We cannot block. Down to 13, alright. Yeah, that's a pretty strong sequence for them. I guess we drop the tracker. It's at least big enough to block well here. They're going to make the tracker unable to block, and we'll trade the Underdog with the Firebrand potentially. So no attacks here. We need the Underdog as a blocker. And if they have removal, they might just have the nuts. We'll see. Oh, they got removal. All right. I mean, you're doing the thing. Good for you. Kumano as well. They're pretty much out of gas, but I'm not sure we can come back from this position. No blocks at all. And they run it back next turn with Shouldered too. That looks a lot like game to me. It's very close. Drop a Shouldered. No attacks again. Opponent loses 2 life, but that's not the trigger we need. Any creature. Probably lethal. So Shouldered can't block. You attack with everything. Shivan Devastator for X equals 2 probably is enough to get there. Trade here. Take... Oh, we do get the block here, actually. And that's game. Sweet. I mean... Cool. That's honestly pretty cool to see Mono Red do the thing. So, good game. Welcome to the post-game deck tech. Golgari aggro actually very strong, and I'm excited to share with you guys why. As I've said in prior videos, the depth of quality cards in any single color, given set rotation, is fairly shallow, with the exception being Monoblack Control, which seems to have strong pieces throughout the entire curve. Monoblack aggro does not have a perfect curve. It doesn't have another good 2-drop to play. People are playing things like Knight of Dusk Shadow, a 2-mana 2/2, which is not impressive at all. A Tainted Adversary, a 2-mana 2/3 with Death Touch and some upside later. This card is okay, but again, not amazing. But if you splash in green, the Quirion Beastcaller is a significant upgrade to the other possible 2-drops available in Mono Black aggro. This thing grows every turn you play a creature and hits like a truck. So in order to facilitate that, we are playing some other green creatures in here. You don't really want to go turn 2 Beastcaller into turn 3 Liliana. You really want to go into a creature. So we have 4 copies of the Briarbridge Tracker, a 3-mana 4/3 with Vigilance that pops out a token when it enters the battlefield. This is actually extremely relevant because we also play Braids. If you can go Tracker on turn 3 into Braids on turn 4, if you don't have enough mana or the cards to hit these 4-drops, then on your end step, you can sack the Clue token off of Braids, and the opponent most likely will not have one, so they lose 2 life and you draw a card. That is a very strong sequence, and pumping out trackers over the course of the game can give you a ton of free value with Braids. Additionally, you can play things like the Cult Conscript, which normally is just a 1-mana 2/1, which can come back, which is pretty good, but also plays very well with Braids, so I like this combo in the deck. And then on top, we have 2 copies of the legendary Shouldred and 2 copies of Old Oddity, which hits extremely hard with Trample and Haste. Plenty of removal in the deck, 4 copies of Cut Down, extremely efficient removal, 3 copies of Infernal Grass, and with all of that, you have a nice tidy curve with 22 lands that hits hard and fast. Beastcaller is a big upgrade in the 2-drop slot. You've got some nice long game sustain potential off of Braids and the Tracker, and just some hard hitting 4-drops. The only thing we really don't want to do is play Thrawn Portal. This card hurts over the course of long games, but given that we do not have the Pain land for Golgari yet, you have to run this. You do. You just have to. I don't care if you don't like it. You have to run this because otherwise the mana just isn't good enough to run 2 colors in this aggressive deck, especially in aggro decks. You have to hit your 1, 2, and 3s as consistently as possible. So you got to run the portal. That's all. Hope you enjoyed the gameplay. As always, if you, enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment. I'm Dr. Ruckus, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.